Hello and welcome to Dover. It's time for the Hooters Series to take to the track. And on the front row, I don't think anyone could have seen this coming. It's an all Neworth front row as Max will start on the pole and Ben will start alongside. Row 2 sees Jeff James and Maxwell Chan. Seth Cole, Jonathan Zorline, row 3 with Charles Sanford, Matt Balding in row 4, and Matthew Marias and Time Pollard in row number 5. Max Neworth, remember, trying for the Dover sweep this weekend. He won the truck race yesterday. Here's the rest of your starting grid. The points coming into play today. Kyle Collins is your points leader with 2 wins this season. He's got 2 points over Kyle Matthews. It's 7 back to Dylan Young, who's third in points. 21 back to Charles Sanford. 46 back to our pole sitter, Max Neworth. Jessica Shelton is 105 points back. Alex May, 107. Preston Plord comes in as 142 points back. And Maxwell Chan is the final guy who could leave here as the points leader, 148 points back. Here comes the command as you look at the final row.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. The final guy in the top 10 in points that we did not mention, Sky Commons in the 33 today. Our onboard cameras that we will carry, look at Kyle Collins carrying the Chevy onboard. Kyle Matthews will be carrying the Great Clips onboard camera. Dylan Young, the Lowe's onboard camera. Charles Sanford, the Dodge onboard camera. Jessica Shelton, the Cheerios onboard camera. Alex May carrying the Coast Guard onboard camera. Preston Plord is carrying the Ford onboard camera. And Maxwell Chan there from row number 2 will be carrying the AmeriQuest onboard camera. We saw a big Wreckfest type of race yesterday. We look at the whole starting grid. They all got rolling. What do we see today with the clouds out? Max Neworth, our pole sitter, was extremely slow and off the pace when it came to these conditions in practice. So, not sure who we'll see. There might be risers and fallers in this race. Track that could be hard to pass. What will we see? Field getting ready to come off turn number 4. The pace car is already pulled off. Field under control. The Nashville Predators dodge. And the green flag is out. We're underway. Field roaring off into turn number 1. All 42 cars have taken the green flag. Max Neworth starts off with the lead. Jeff James is cleared for second. Seth Cole going for third as they come down the back straightaway. Peeking inside, not able to get there on Jeff James. Charles Sanford into fourth. And Marias into fifth. The inside line quickly showing that that's where you want to be. Seth Cole now inside of Jeff James for second. Sanford is going to take the opening and he's going to go to third. Here comes Marias as the caution flag is out. That didn't take long. Jeff James on the outside. He's thanking the idea that he sees a caution because he's already lost about 5 spots there. Caution flag is out. Max Neworth leads back to the line. Spin in turn number 1 brings out the caution. It looks like Jessica Shelton was involved in the 98. And field looks like they will be nice and calm here, lining up. Dylan Young is also involved. Oh, I did not see that. He is on pit road. The Lowe's Chevrolet has been involved. It's third in the points. This is huge. 2 of the top 5 in points are involved. Let's take a look back at what happened. And we are back taking a look at what happened. Coming off turn number 4 is where this one starts. And you see Dylan Young gets up a little bit loose. I don't know if contact might have been made between the 64 and then the 0 just bouncing off of everyone. Comes up into the 98, down the track into the 5. And Dylan, oh my gosh, Jessica Shelton up onto the wall. Huge hit there for the 98. Not quite sure what happened to cause the 5 to have his big problem. But apparently the damage was enough to just stop the car in its tracks. Let's take a look at the 98's part of this. And then we'll actually just probably take you back to the green flag, even though the onboards are involved in this wreck. Let's take a look at this. Looks like maybe some contact might have been made with the 64 and the 5. And Jessica Shelton just trying to save the car. Gonna get the outside wall. And amazingly, it just launches right up onto the wall. very much like Martin Truex Jr. did in real life in these cars. But Jessica Shelton able to drive her car off. Dylan Young not so lucky, and Hiroshi Kazuyoshi also involved. One of the drivers we were trying to keep an eye on was the Zero, because Hiroshi trying to get into the top 30 in the points so he can use that win. With that though, let's take you back to the green flag. And we are back. Dylan Young has retired after the incident in turn number 1. So we are left with 41 cars now in this field. Max Newworth is your leader, then Seth Cole, Charles Sanford, Matthew Marias, Preston Plord, Mason Powers, Jeff James, Jerry Shelley, Maxwell Chan, and William Duncan, the top 10. Matt Balding runs 11th, and Brian Patterson having a good run, trying to get into the top 30 in points, runs 12th. Jonathan Zorline is 13th, Ben Newworth 14th, Austin LaPlante 15th, Time Pollard runs 16th, with Stephen Pollard III 17th. Sky Commons, Alex May, Henry Powers complete the top 20. Matt Duncan runs 21st, and it's Cosmic Nova, Mason Neal, Amanda Shelley, Kyle Matthews, Eric Powers, Ashley LaPlante, Sam Young, Chris Louvier, and Matt Dixon the top 30. Zach Curler runs 31st. Our points leaders in 32nd. Baskinger 33rd. Jordan Davis, Jay Stella, Chris Washer, Card Pollard, Dylan Thoreau, Hiroshi Kazuyoshi, and Jessica Shelton top 40. And apparently Mary Shelley has made a pit stop underneath the caution. But we are back to racing once again as Max Newworth takes the green flag. Looks like field pretty well single file as they come off turn number 2. Charles Sanford, the first one I see make a move, but Matthew Marias makes a move even lower. Actually, it pushes Preston Plord up the track though, and Mason Powers jumps on the opening. So Plord up to the outside. Looks like Ben Newworth there in the 32 might have been getting shoved up to the outside line. So too does Jerry Shelley though. In the 23, here we go. Maxwell Chan, Matt Balding making moves. Maxwell Chan on his own teammate there. 2 of the Roush cars stuck up on the outside line. And Brian Patterson, who's trying to get into the top 30 in points, comes into this race 35th in the points, trying to get top 30. He has a win. Now runs in 10th. Seth Cole has actually gone past for second. Now Matthew Marias looking to the inside for third. And we'll get there. As caution flag is out once again, Matt Duncan has gone around in turn number 3. And oh my gosh, Jordan Davis! Card Pollard and Mary Shelley also involved. Huge hit. So we have had 2 wrecks there on turn 3 and then 1 coming off turn number 4. Leaders do not pit. Let's take a look back at what happened. And we are back. Matt Duncan was running 25th at the time. And coming off turn number 2, you're going to see Sky Commons gets the 22 clipped. And that sends him down, or sends her down into the 50 of Matt Duncan. And Matt Duncan spinning down on the back straightaway, forcing the Hooters Series officials to throw the caution here. A solo car spin though. Nice job by everyone to avoid this. But unfortunately, there was the incident coming off turn number 4. As you see, Jordan Davis all on the apron there. His car just clips it, unfortunately. And Card Pollard goes right up the track, as well as Jordan Davis. Both take a hard hit into the turn 4 wall. Mary Shelley also gets collected, takes a sizable hit into the safer barrier wall on the inside of the track as well. And Jordan Davis goes for quite a little tumble there. Card Pollard also, his engine smoking, probably going to be the end of the day for the Make-A-Wish Chevrolet from Junior Motorsports. Let's take you back to the green flag. And we are back. Jordan Davis and Card Pollard taking their cars behind the wall, leaving us now with 39 cars on the racetrack. Max Newworth is still your leader, then it's Charles Sanford now in second. Matthew Marias runs third. Seth Cole fourth. Mason Powers runs fifth. Then it's Jeff James, Maxwell Chan, Preston Plord, Matt Balding, and Brennan Patterson the top 10. Jonathan Zorline runs 11th, then Stephen Pollard third. 12th. Austin LaPlante is in 13th. William Duncan, Alex May, Cosmic Nova, Jerry Shelley, Time Pollard, Kyle Matthews, and Ashley LaPlante finished out the top 20. Important news there on the 18. Remember, Ashley LaPlante actually comes into this race 16th as the 16th driver in the chase standings right now. Didn't mention that, but that is definitely a battle to watch. She's battling Jerry Shelley and Amanda Shelley for those spots. Amanda Shelley in front of her. Jerry Shelley only 8 points behind the 18 coming in. As the green flag is back out, 13 laps complete here from Dover. As Mason Powers made a peek to the inside of Seth Cole there. Now Charles Sanford's peeking to the inside of the Nashville Predators Dodge. Can we have a battle for the top spot here at Dover? Bram Parsons looking inside Matt Balding at the back half of the top 10. Marias, though, under attack from the 29 as Seth Cole. Seth all over the back bumper of that Chevrolet. Preston Plord now has made a move inside of Maxwell Chan, though. He will get the spot done. Or move made. Matt Balding also going to make the move. And here comes Bram Patterson looking for 9th on his teammate. Now Seth Cole gets to the inside of Marias. And we have a new leader in town. It's Charles Sanford in the 9. Looking for win number 3 on the season. He came into this season with 0 wins in this series. Seth Cole now into 2nd. Mason Powers 3rd. And Max Neuwirth is stuck on the outside line, falling back. Looks like Preston Plord still there. Now Marias going to get underneath. Neuwirth still looking for that opening. He's waiting for the spotter to say clear low, clear low. Looks like it might be behind the 21 of Alex May where he might find that opening. Here comes the 6 of William Duncan. Let's see if the Roush teammates are working together there. Chan keeps them high enough to where Duncan can get underneath. Looks like it might be clear. No, it's not. Still falling back as May now looks underneath. William Duncan does not get the move done. Neuwirth still falling back. Now he's finally going to get clear low. And it's all the way back in the 15th position. It's going to be a hard road upcoming now for the 4-car to try and get back up to the top spot. Meanwhile, up front, Seth Cole is now caught up to the 9 of Charles Sanford. Down in turn 1, Seth not able to make a move just yet. Mason Powers looking back there, a little bit ways back. Plord looking for 4th, maybe on Jeff James as there's a battle inside the top 10. Maxwell Chan inside Stephen Paul the 3rd, the battle for 9th. Give the spot to Chan. Here comes William Duncan. Can he follow his teammate through? Yes, he can. Patterson has fallen back now. He's back there with Ashley LaPlante. Pollard now falling back on the outside line. Sam Young has gone underneath his teammate. Here comes Neuwirth back underneath the 57. And the 90 as well has... Oh. Sorry about that. I apparently was holding down shift key. Patterson now... Baskinger underneath. Patterson finds an opening. As I was trying to get back to Henry Powers, he's stuck up on the outside line as well in the 90. Back up to the leaders, though. As Seth Cole still all over the back bumper of the 9. The Holiday Inn Chevrolet and the Hellman's Dodge trying to battle for the top spot at Dover. Look at the back of the field. No worries there from any of them. Mason Powers, though, into 3rd still. Matthew Marias back in 6th. Jeff James right now still holding off for 4th from Preston Plord. Let's look back here. Trying to look for anybody that's battling maybe. Doesn't look like it's Stephen Paul III has found his way back to the inside line. Back in 23rd. Tough break for the 57. That's going to be a long uphill climb as well. Neuwirth now has climbed up to 13th, but he's under attack from the 06 3M4 to Sam Young. When does tire wear start to play a factor maybe in this as well? Something we have to think about. As right now Mason Powers caught up a lot that time. Looks like maybe Sanford's car falling off a little bit. Preston Plord, though, still has not been able to find a way. I think he is the faster car in that battle. But Jeff James just holding that bottom has not given it up at all. Seth was about half a car length to the inside. Oh my gosh, the battle for the lead is intense here at Dover. Mason Powers falling off a little bit now. Top 5 have broken away from the rest of the field, though, that is for sure. As we continue to watch the lead, let's take a look back at the rest of the field now. Neuwirth seems to be holding up Sam Young right now, as well as Jake Bassinger and maybe even Bram Patterson, who's able to make a move there. Here comes Sam Young to the inside of the 4. So now Neuwirth shoved up to the outside. We'll see how far he falls back. As Bassinger makes the move, so too does Bram Patterson, Austin LaPlante. Here comes Bassinger now to the inside of Sam Young. And I saw a battle just up ahead of these guys as well. Matthew Marias has gotten shoved out. He was running 6th. He's back to 12th now. Or to 11th, I guess, actually. No, it is 12th. Austin LaPlante underneath Sam Young. So now Sam Young, the 2 Roush cars also getting shoved up out of line. Marias trying to get back at Maxwell Chan. Not able to do so. Here comes Ashley LaPlante trying to make a move inside the top 10. As top 5 have kind of separated themselves amongst each other even. Maxwell Chan now runs 10th. Jerry Shelley falling back a little bit as he's gotten shoved up to the outside line. Baskinger underneath Marias. Here comes LaPlante. The 2 JGR cars working together. Here comes Sky Commons in the 33. Jerry Shelley gets back to the inside line now. But here comes Sky Commons. He's going to put the 23 back up on the outside line. Maybe. Not able to get the move done. Here comes Commons' teammate, though, inside of Marias, the 77. Here comes Eric Powers. We haven't talked about him all day. He's kind of hung around the mid-20s almost. Up to 16th now. As there's less than 10 laps to go from Dover. Plord has finally gone around the 99. And it looks like Seth's car may be falling off, actually. Maybe it wasn't the 9. Powers just steadily, though, running his own race in 3rd. That would be a spectacular run for the rookie. No danger of catching Amanda Shelley, the lap car.
Make up a couple
6 laps to go. Charles Sanford continues to lead at Dover over Seth Cole, Mason Powers, Preston Plord, and now Jeff James in 5th. Matt Balding runs 6th. William Duncan 7th. Ashley LaPlante, a great run in 8th. The driver who came in 16th in the chase grid. Alex May 9th, and Jake Bassinger right now rounding out the top 10. As Bassinger took a little bit higher line there, I thought maybe some guys were pitting. Seth was able to catch up a little bit. Now Plord has caught up to Powers in the 88. Can Plord do anything there? The Ameriquest Ford. Seth trying to get a victory. He has got none. He's 38th in the points. What a second place run would mean, but what the win would mean even more for Seth. It would be his 10th career win in the 3 Touring Series, tying him for second most with Kyle Thomas. Second only to William Duncan with 13. What a win would mean for Seth in any of the 3 series. 4 to go, or 3 to go now actually, that time by. Plord looking underneath Powers. Jeff James has fallen way back. Balding's even farther back. The tire wear, you can see it. 2 to go, though, at the line. This time by for the number 9 Hellman's Dodge for Evernham Racing. Charles Sanford continues to lead. Could it be win number 3 on the season? Seth looks like he has the better car, but has not been able to make the move yet. Same as Plord has not been able to make the move on Powers. White flag is out. 1 lap to go from Dover. Just Charles Sanford have what it takes to hold off the 29 for 2 more corners. Down the back straightaway they come for the final time. Into 3. And it doesn't look like Seth's going to have what it takes to make a move. For the 3rd time this season, Charles Sanford goes to victory lane. His 3rd career win in the Hooters Series. Seth Cole comes home 2nd. Powers 3rd, Plord 4th, Jeff James in 5th. Ashley LaPlante, though, gets up to 6th. A great run for her. Jake Bassinger 7th, Balding 8th, May 9th, and William Duncan will come home in 10th. But the story of the day, Charles Sanford takes win number 3. He'll take the top spot in the chase grid, leaving Dover. Could he be the top guy in points, though? That is the true question. 21 points was the gap coming in, and Collins finished back in the 31st position. We will have a new points leader today, and it looks like it will be the number 9 of Charles Sanford. Man, that's come out of nowhere. I did not expect Charles Sanford to do any good this season. Jordan Davis, Card Pollard, Dylan Young, the only 3 to retire from the race. 39 cars finished. Max Neuwirth fell all the way back to 39th. Wow. That car just was never set up for the cloudy conditions. It seemed like their car was always better in the sun this weekend. Qualified fastest was one of the quick cars in practice as well. Tough break for the 4. Had a great car, but just the conditions did not play out to their favor today. I'd like to thank you for watching, though. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow for the South Boston Cup race. 26 laps in store from there. For the NASCARnumbersite.org 400, as it looks like drivers pitted. I don't know what's going on there. But like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't. More great action coming up this year for 2016. And I'll see you next time.